The fifth season of the Scottsdale Ferrari Apex Challenge Series, presented by Coffin and Trout, is officially in the books. Multiple championships came down to the last race weekend, with intense battles and the new challenge of competing on the 4+ mile combined circuit configuration. Let's recap the Race 8 finale and meet our 2024 to 2025 season champions. First up is Jace Bacon, our Radical Gold champion. Notably, it was Bacon's first racing championship in 3 years of competing at Apex Motor Club and in Radical Cup North American and USF 2000. He dethroned 4-time champion Chris McMurray for the first time since the club opened, finishing with a 10-point advantage. McMurray took the final race by 0.3 of a second over Bacon, but it was Bacon who delivered a more consistent result across the season, notching 3 wins and 4 poles.
Yeah, so I started racing 4 years ago in Radical. Did 3 years of Radical, 1 year of USF 2000, which is a formula car. But yeah, this is the first year where I felt really competitive and felt like I had the pace to be able to compete with the best that are here. And they definitely put me through the works, a lot of emotions throughout the whole season. And it just took a lot of work and effort from the whole team, and was just really glad to put it together in the end and finally come out on top.
The Radical Silver champion is Ryan Fisher. An experienced driver but new to Radical racing, Fisher scored 6 wins across the 8-race season for a dominating result that will see him move by regulation into the Gold class next season. Fisher crashed out of the final race, which opened the door for rookie Jason Dyer to take his first ever racing victory. Combined with 4 second-place finishes, Dyer is the odds-on favourite for the Silver Class Championship next season.
I think the success was always, being a sponge, learning from the people who have been doing it a whole lot longer than I have, trying to pick up tips and tricks, watching their line, watching where they brake, asking a lot of questions, never thinking that you're right because there's always a better way to do something. The guys out here, the coaches, Steve and Dominic, both have been huge help to refine my skills. I started racing in October, and I'm just super glad that I was able to get some pace in the car so we could win this Apex Challenge Series.
The other hotly contested championship at Apex Motor Club is the MX-5 Cup that saw a total of 16 competitors scoring points during the season. To give you an idea of how tight the racing has been, Joey Rainey picked up his first MX-5 Cup win of the season and in doing so won the championship that witnessed 5 different race winners. Slater Colby won 2 of the final 3 races and goes into next season as a top contender, alongside his 2 brothers Stone and Nico, as well as Lucas Barnett, who finished second in the points this season.
The experience has been fantastic. Being able to go out and compete with some really good drivers this year. The MX-5 Cup was a lot tougher, that second half with the Colbys. The experience has been incredible that way, and good competition in GT as well. But yeah, I think that this was probably the most fun season yet, just because we finally had a really good, solid, competitive MX-5 Cup group. Slater, Stone, and Nico, all 3 of them are really fast. They got great racecraft, and they race hard but fair. I think that they're wonderful additions to the series, and they certainly make it really difficult out there. And I think that as they get faster in the car, it's going to be harder and harder. We'll continue to have potentially even better racing, hopefully having more people up there in the front.
Rainey also took the GT4 championship, marking his 4th championship at the club, which is tied with McMurray for the highest number of overall championship wins. However, it was John Mollenkopf who won Race 8 and picked up his 3rd GT4 class win over the last 3 seasons. Matt Williams finished 3rd in the race and also in the GT4 season standings, with Joe Rainey 2nd. In the Time Attack Championship, Jordan Sawalquah came into the final weekend already crowned champion. He finished 2 points ahead of Race 8 winner and 2-time Time Attack champion Jeff Koenig. It was Sawalquah's first racing championship, and afterwards he talked about his future plans and the role Time Attack has played in his driving development.
Super stoked to be champion of Time Attack for the street class. It was awesome. It's a great group of people in Time Attack. We have a really cool little team that we run with. It's been a lot of fun, and I also think that Time Attack is a great entry point into motorsport. So I've done Time Attack for 3 years now, and I think going forward I'd like to get into GT or even Miata Cup, one of the other forms of racing. So I think it's just a great entry into competitive racing.
Across the other classes this season, your top points getters were Chris Hansen in GT3 and Richard Kinsey in GTX, with both drivers competing in their first season of a racing championship. While the dust has settled on the season, the dust is far from settling at Apex thanks to the announcement of a $30 million investment by RJT Capital, a long-time supporter and investor since Apex's inception. The investment will significantly accelerate the development of the world-class facilities and enhance its member experience, including several key improvements, like the construction of a premium clubhouse and 48 additional private garage condominiums. Construction is underway already.